What's up with doctors? Oh man, it was a. I mean, where to start? It's been a crazy week. So, as you know, my wife gave me a budget of $200, and I was hoping to just kind of go slow and go easy on the spending, and just kind of parse it out to last me the summer. But as soon as she said I could have $200, I started looking on Mercari. I started looking on eBay, and we already made some big purchases there. Those books are coming. I won't reveal what those are because when they come, I think one's getting here tomorrow, and the other one's I think scheduled to arrive Thursday. So hopefully we'll go live Thursday or maybe even Friday to show that off. But it's basically two packages. What's up, fanboy? Dude, you are gonna love this haul, man. Stick around. You're gonna love this haul. All right. So yeah, so I was out $70 before my wife even left. And but I got some good stuff. So it's not like $70 was wasted. I kind of wanted to focus on like quality over quantity a little bit. Um, but the stuff we picked up, as good as it was, we got a lot of value out of it, but it wasn't necessarily stuff I was looking for. So I was already feeling kind of like, oh man, we're down $70. I like what we picked up because it's definitely, in my opinion, worth a lot more than what we spent. But in terms of actual like what was on my wish list, um, you know, nothing on there was on my wish list except one book. One book was on my wish list, but the other two books, um, I just picked them up because it was just too good of a deal to pass up, and it was like an auction. And anyway, $70, whoop, out. And my wife hadn't even left, and she's like, "What are you doing? I thought you were going to spend this over the course of the summer." And I basically said, "Yeah, I'm going to try." So I dropped my wife off at the airport yesterday. Yesterday was the day her flight, and we were doing all our goodbyes, and they get on the plane, and now I'm on my way. I'm trying to like find some place nearby before I go home to just stop in and dig. Like just wanted to see what was in the area. And I had heard Jeff's shop was, Jeff from Ancient Comics, right? Burien guy. I heard he was, going to open up his shop again soon. That was the rumor that was going around. So I checked the website, and Ancient Comics is like, it's up on Google, and it says open for business, and basically it's like really close to the airport. So I drive there, and Jeff's there. He's getting ready to like do like a grand opening. But basically he's like, "Hey man, you came one day early. My soft launch is tomorrow. I can't technically sell you anything here today, but you're free to dig and then come back tomorrow." And I said, "That's all I need, right? I'll just kind of stash away the books. Hopefully no one comes." But it wasn't well advertised. I don't think too many people still know about it. He did make a post on Facebook that got a lot of people to like and comment like, "I'll be there," but I don't think they were going to actually be there. Today is Tuesday. Um, you know, it's the middle of the week. Um, but I knew I was going to go back because I started digging in the quarter bins. I started digging in the dollar bins. I was digging for, in like Superman, Action Comics, the older stuff. And in that like hour I was there yesterday, I kind of had an idea what I wanted to pick up. And there was one book in particular. I was like, "Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please do not let this book get picked up before I come back tomorrow." So after work today, I zipped on up. I got stuck in traffic right after work on my way up. Took about an hour and 10 minutes to get from where I work, which is here, on the east side, um, up to Burien, which is, down south about half an hour. But it took about an hour and 10 minutes to get there. And I arrive and immediately go to the book that I had stashed away. It was there, and I picked that up, as well as a bunch of other books. I mean, I basically got all of these books for $18.70. That's 31 books for $18. So it's about almost about what I have to do the math. I can't do the math in my head right now, but it's like 70 to 80 cents a book, which isn't bad. But we got so many bangers in here. You are gonna be uh impressed either way. We got so many good. So I'm gonna just kind of like, I haven't even gone through this. I don't even actually know what I have in terms of um what some of the value of these 25-cent books are. But there were some dollar books that we picked up as well, some half-priced books that were picked up as well. So I guess because the book of the haul is a 25-cent book, I'm gonna go in reverse price order. Basically, basically, we're gonna start off with books I paid the most for, and then end with uh, the books I paid the least for, so the quarter bin books. But man, is it nice to have Jeff back, his shop back. First off, he's bought some amazing collections, and he's not even through pricing them or sorting them or organizing them yet. He's got, his store is way bigger, so he's got everything kind of, he can put more stuff out. He can put up more wall books. He's got a back section just on trades. It is really worth checking out because it's a new and improved Ancient Comics. And he had like 4 quarter bin boxes out. He had 4 quarter bin, and they weren't even log boxes. They were kind of like medium boxes. But we dug there yesterday, picked all the stuff we wanted to pick up. Again, I kind of have a good idea, so I went in there today, just put the stuff I was going to get on the counter so that no one would get there, and I just started looking around for some of the other stuff on my wish list. Found some good stuff for what it was, and we picked it up. So we're going to go through this now, but before I do, I'm just got to sort this because it's, oh my gosh, there's just so much here to go through. So again, I'm going to start off with the stuff we paid the most for, and kind of try to cycle through what we paid the least for, and we'll go from there. I think the rest of this is all quarter books, if I'm not mistaken. I got all of these, rest of these for quarter. I just couldn't believe, like, when I show you again some of the stuff we picked up, you're just going to be really, really impressed by all the value that we got today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know we had another dollar book here. Where'd that go? Let me just find it, and then we can get on our way. Was it the Whitman here? No, I don't think it was that book. Oof. Did you see that? I hope not. That was the book of the haul right there. What's the book I paid $1 for? I'm trying to find it here. Wasn't that one? Maybe it was the Whitman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one more. I think it might be the Silver Age book. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. I think it's this book. I'm pretty sure that was a quarter book. Yeah, that was a quarter bin book. All right, well, if we come across the dollar book, I will share that with you. Maybe it was this book. No, I want to say that was, maybe it was this book. I think it was this book. Okay. All right, so again, all the quarter bin stuff we're going to save for last, and then we got a lot of organizing and kind of cleaning and this and that to do. All right, so we're going to start with the 50-cent bins, or sorry, not the 50% off bins. They're basically high-grade books, priced half off. And the reason I really like Jeff's shop is because he has an incredible selection of back issues. And you know me, that's just how I roll. So his shop is kind of how I like to shop. Basically, I can look for stuff from runs that I'm looking for. He has a great selection. He usually has all the more like copper to modern stuff half off. The older books, Bronze Age and up, he'll have priced, but again, priced to grade. So there's a lot of good, like, quality books there that you're getting good value on. So I already let you know that I was looking for this book. It was on my wish list, and Jeff had it. It's high grade, and we only got it for $3, which is Action Comics 454. This is the hamburger eating issue. Absolutely one of my favorite covers. This is, I believe, a Nick Cardy cover. We got a lot of Nick Cardy goodness in this haul. So if you like Nick Cardy, you're going to love this. I mean, if you like Superman, you're just going to love this haul because we got so much good Superman in this haul. And this, again, paid $3 for this. High grade. Don't mind doing that on a classic cover here. Superman just picking out on hamburgers, basically. All right. So behind that book is the book of the haul. We'll get to that. Now, the other thing I really like about Jeff's, and again, Jeff did a soft opening, which I was kind of licking my lips. I may go back there this weekend, but he's in the process. So he basically got the store up. He just got the the new price guide, the updated price guide, and he started just going through his back issues and repricing stuff. Okay, so he's in the middle of that process, meaning there's a lot of stuff in that store right now that's priced from like 2 years out, or actually a year out. And I kind of took advantage of that pricing, because what Jeff will do is if he hasn't priced it and you find something and you bring it up and you buy it, you get it at that price. He's not going to reprice at the counter, even if it's a quarter bin book. Let's say you find a quarter bin book and it's like a big book or something. He missed it, and he never puts anything high grade. So if anything, you're going to get a low grade, high value book out of there. But you're going to get it because you dug and he missed it. So that's the kind of the policy he has. And I love him for it because you can find a lot of goodness. And so what we did was we dug, and I'm just going to kind of show what we picked off. So these are from the 50-cent bins, or sorry, 50% off bins, the half off bins. We got Superman 675. This is my second copy, but for $2, Alex Ross goodness, and it's minty, fresh. I said, yes, we'll do that. We also picked up, again, this is also $2, but we got the two Supermen, right? The Kingdom Come and the modern Superman here. Um, Basically on the same cover. This is a fantastic, like, kind of ode to the old, cover designs of the Silver Age and the Bronze Age. Um, just beautiful cover there by Alex Ross. Also $2. Got it for half off. So, just feeling really, really nice about these pickups. We didn't spend a lot. This could have been the book of the haul, and I think it is the book of the haul in terms of the value that we got versus what we spent. Well, no. Again, the book of the haul is also arguably like that, but well, we'll get to that in a bit. I'm going to share this one first. This one was half off. It's Superman 365, beautiful Ross Andrews Supergirl cover. The key thing about this book is that it is, I think, Todd McFarlane's first fan letter into Superman. Oh, that's my cat getting angry. Yes, I know you're hungry. All right, I'll feed you in a bit. So this is, again, a key issue because Todd McFarlane wrote in. He's a big Superman fan. DC published it, and again, just a great book. Now this was $3, half off, so we got this for $1.50. It's essentially a mint. Well, no, not a mint. It's a VF copy of Superman on a black cover. Presents absolutely wonderfully. So high grade copy for $1.50, and it's a newsstand copy too. Early newsstand. So, or early, I should say, when they started distinguishing or differentiating the newsstand versus the direct. So, really nice pickup. $1.50 for this one. So that was a great feeling right there. All right, so this one, I did kind of take advantage of the not having priced it, not knowing kind of what's in the bins. Jeff would have probably eventually got around to pricing this, but he has so many books and it's a lot of work. I was just glad to have picked it up, and again, it's a big book. It's a book everybody's kind of targeting right now. We got another Alex Ross crypto book, and we picked it up for $1.50, so half off of $3. $1.50 for this book. That's even cheaper, I think, than my previous copy. I picked up my previous copy for like, I think, $2, something like that. This is $1.50, and it's probably better condition. It's a near mint book. So yeah, happy to pick up a second. Happy to pick up a second copy of this high grade, big book. I mean, what more is there to say? So, this book alone just paid for the entire. I mean, this is like a $60 book. It'll probably land around 50 or 40 after the movie. Who knows? It may go higher if crypto is just like gets his own movie and whatnot. This is just such a popular crypto cover. So I just feel like even just this book, getting this for $1.50, given what it's worth, even if I were to sell it, right, I could probably sell it. It will have paid for this haul and more so. So hopefully, if you're up for trading or doing something this summer, hit me up. This is my second copy, so my other near mint copy is available, and we'll go from there. But man, that was a big one. All right, so the rest of, mind you, like that book alone kind of paid for the haul. We spent $18 on just what I just showed you, and you're probably like, wow, okay, but we still got a bunch of books to show off. A lot of these are mid to low grade. So there's nothing, if you're a grade snob, you're not going to get a thrill out of this. But if you love digging in the quarter bins, if you love finding value, if you love Superman books, stick around. You're going to love this haul. All right. So the next batch of books we picked up um, are dollar books. And what's great about the dollar books is um, I picked up, I think, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I picked up 6. I picked up 6. I picked up $6 bin books, and Jeff just threw like he just said, okay, 5, give me, this is 5. You can have 1 for free. So he don't not only like again, not only did I get great value out of this, he was giving me discounts on top of that. So again, I got 6 books, $6 books for essentially $5, so under a dollar. And man, did we pick up some really, really good stuff here. I'm gonna try to do like kind of like best to worst, like I normally do. So we picked up. This is just a Jose Luis Garcia Lopez cover. I told you I wanted more of these kind of you know um, late Bronze Age Superman books. This is a great Dracula Frankenstein monster cover here, fighting Superman. That's just good. And this is a solid mid to high grade book. Um, just an absolutely classic cover there. So love it, love it, love it. All right. So that was this was a dollar. This was also a dollar. I believe. Yeah, I think this was a dollar. It's in too good of a condition to not be. But we picked up Superman. What is this? 316. This is also a Luis Garcia Lopez cover here. Great Metallo cover. Just Bronze Age freaking goodness there. Newsstand. This is I told you I wanted to pick up more of these late covers here. I'll read that like where is it? No, there's something else there. Is it not that? All right. Let me read it for you. Who could have caused such a thing? Me, Metallo, and now I'll do it to you. So just this beautiful cover here. Love the graphics of the age. Beautiful. Dude, fanboy, I know you're enjoying this. So thank you. Thank you for, kind of sticking around and making comments. All right. Oh yeah, this is a nice Metallo book to have. Glad you have that. All right. This one, and fanboy, you're gonna appreciate this because I remember, in our last when we connected, you mentioned that you remember me doing this, and that's kind of what drew you to my channel and all that. So I already have a copy of this book. It's a low grade beat up copy. It's got a spine split. But again, I kind of cleaned it. I took really good care of the book, but it had creases. It was just a really low grade book, but one of my favorite additions to the collection when I was picking up books. I paid, I think, $3 or $4 for that low grade book, and in hindsight, I might have overpaid. But we found a book. This is also low grade. It's low grade because the cover is barely hanging on. It's about to fall off. It's still attached at both staples, but it's got like really bad staple tears. I mean, it's on its last legs. But the nice thing about this is the creasing isn't as bad. There's no spine split. Well, it's got a spine split right at the bottom, so it's less of a spine split than my current copy. And I just love this cover so much. It's a Neil Adams classic Flash versus Superman finish line cover. We got another copy for $1. And again, it's just slightly better condition than the one I have. It presents way better than the one I have. So I don't mind this low grade being the upgrade to my other low grade, which I paid less for. So all in all, I got 2 low grade copies, but this one I got for $1. So don't mind picking same shit up. All right. This is where we kind of get into like really cool stuff here. Uh, so this one is a big book. It's just, again, it's probably, a fine copy. No, it's not a fine. It's probably a good plus. Sorry, a VG plus. No, it's maybe a fine minus to a VG plus, right? It's a solid mid grade copy. It's got a bunch of spine ticks, but no creasing really. And it's a classic Bob Layton cover. We have Dazzler #1. And again, for $1, I just like, who knows what'll happen to this. I know a lot of people like this cover of Dazzler. It's her first solo series. Um, it's just a classic kind of 70s look cover as well. So again, Dazzler #1 for $1, like mid grade, solid mid grade copy, no real big creasing, decent, decent mid grade copy. Um, doesn't really need to be pressed. It's just got a bunch of spine breaking or color breaking spine ticks. That's really all that's wrong with it. The corners are a little rough, but decent enough. They're not like rounded or anything. Yeah, solid mid grade copy. Beautiful cover too. She's on roller skates and all that. So that was a nice pickup for $1. Picked up some Silver Age for $1. Silver Age Action Comics. This is a low grade copy. It's got some creasing at the corner. Its spine is really shot. It needs a good cleaning, but we picked up, what number is this? Action Comics 319. Superman and Kryptonite Chains. The Condemned Superman, yellow cover here. They're going to use that weird otherworld execution method of execution on me, yet I'm innocent. And you've got these like these executioner guys. They're opening some kind of like steel vault door. It just reeks of like what's going to happen to Superman. Are they really going to kill him? Yeah. Beautiful Silver Age book there for $1. Okay, don't care. Anytime you pick up Silver Age Action Comics for $1, it's good. All right, this one is probably the best dollar bin book because it's a solid mid grade copy. It falls. Oh no. Yeah, it's a VG plus. It's a VG plus copy. It's got a little bit of like creases in the corner there. They're minute. Just a series of color breaks along the spine. It's a dark cover, but again, it's another Jose Luis Garcia Lopez cover, and this is one you're gonna absolutely love, fanboy, because I know you want to pick up this entire run. We got DC Comics Presents #1. And it's the Superman Flash issue. Again, I'd say it's like a mid-grade, VG copy, maybe VG plus. Really, the only issue there is in the corner. I don't know if you can see it. It's got a little creasing there. Big book. I paid $1 for it. I mean, for DC collectors, this is like the start of a really great Superman run. It's basically Superman versus like all the DC characters. So, Fanboy was mentioning there's so many big, first appearances throughout this, or big keys throughout this run. You got first New Teen Titans. You've got there's a couple other like He-Man. You got the first He-Man. So just a bunch of really memorable books on this run. But yeah, I got the number one Superman and Flash, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez cover. This is just for $1. This felt like it could have been the book of the haul. I was just like, yes, I just, just like so happy that this was in the dollar bin sitting there and in the condition that it was in. So absolute win on this one. Yeah, I know. You need this one. I know. Um, Again, I just today's haul is just the best haul of this year. It's probably going to be one of the most memorable just because we didn't spend a lot. We spent 18 bucks and we got so much, like I'm showing you, I got so much Superman. I got so much goodness. Now we're getting into the quarter bin books. Okay. These are 25 cents. In this day and age, with inflation, what it is, you're probably thinking, wow, are you kidding me? They still have quarter bins. Jeff still has quarter bins, and he's going to expand the quarter bins when he gets around to it. But he only had 4 boxes up there on a soft opening today. We went through it. We dug out all the value that we could. I actually had to look for stuff because I was trying to get 20 books exactly. So I actually had to just add some stuff that I don't even know if this is actually worth picking up, but we had a couple of these that I just kind of threw in there to just make up the difference. And let me see what those books are. Again, I want to be mindful of showing you kind of in order all the books. Give me a moment here. I think this is a big book. I gotta look it up, but I think this is a big book for a quarter. I'm gonna save that toward the end. This Whitman is a big one. For me, just personally, it's not. I guess since we showed off Dazzler, we could do that. Let me get some of these are double bagged and boarded, so I have to also show off the ones that I didn't get to show off earlier. That's a quarter bin book. Here's another quarter bin book. Again, if you love Superman, you're gonna love this. Yeah, this is another one I just threw in because it was like I had to reach 20 books. So, and this is the last one that we're gonna show off. Another effing incredible pickup. All right, so last night I couldn't even sleep. I told you I went there yesterday and I found a book in the quarter bins. And I'm like, please, God, don't let anybody come in tomorrow and pick this up. I tried to kind of spread them out so they wouldn't hit something and be like, oh, this is a good section and try to get everything there. And I put the Wonder Woman book kind of in the second box rather than, so if they started on the first or the fourth, it would take them some time before they got to it. So I was strategic about where I placed it. Fortunately, it was still there, so we picked it up. It's mine now, so no one's getting that. All right, let's start with some of the books that we just kind of threw in just to get to 20. And I'm gonna start with, I guess, this book. Nothing key about this book. It's just a Mike Zeck Captain America cover. With Deathlock. It's a nice battle cover here. I don't know if this is the first appearance or the first battle meeting between Cap and Deathlock, but it's just Sleepy Reader was covering Mike Zeck's, basically is covering his artist edition, this really nice hardcover book of interior pages, kind of in this fashion of original art, how you would view it as original art. Absolutely incredible video. Go check that out. But yeah, I've always loved Mike Zeck. And, for me to be able to pick up a book like this for a quarter is just a no-brainer. It's, again, probably a mid-grade book, I'd say a VG copy. Presents really nicely though. Just got like a little corner crease here, some creasing at the top there, but the spine's pretty intact. It's a newsstand copy, so uh, absolutely okay with this pickup for a quarter, right? For a quarter. We also picked up this one because this is one of Jeff's favorite artists. Somebody he tuned me in on, and it's a nice, beautiful like femme cover. We picked up another. I don't know what it is with Dazzler today, but we picked up another Dazzler. This is a Joe Jusko Dazzler cover. I don't know if it's a key or not, but I do like the artwork. So there you go. Picked up another Bronze Age Dazzler book. Look at that. Joe Jusko goodness. All right. So again, the grade, none of these are really, they're all like mid to low grade books. So I'm going to stop. Here's another book. We picked up, this is one I don't know if it's worth anything or what, but it's a king size annual. But I think this got cut off or something. It's not that king size. I don't know. It got flattened or something. But we picked up Warlord of Mars #1. And I think this is just like a revival of John Carter. Warlord of Mars Annual 1. It's a king size annual. So it's I'm thinking it's John Carter title annual that appeared. Again, Bronze Age goodness, mid-grade book for 25 cents. I thought, why not? We had to add some stuff just to get 20. This one is from my collecting era. It's a beautiful, it's a beautiful cover here by Rick Leonardi. It is Cloak and Dagger, the first solo series, the first issue. Cloak and Dagger was a cool IP when I was collecting. A lot of people like the romantic theme of this, kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like two fated people that what's that? It's like Lady Hawk. It's kind of like the Lady Hawk theme. These two are kind of separated between light and darkness, but they team up and they fight bad guys. So for a quarter, this is a solid mid-grade copy. No creasing really. Actually, decent copy. I think probably fall in the fine range. Fine plus to VF minus range. Really nice copy there for a quarter. So nice key first issue there. All right, now we're gonna get into some Superman books. Man, all right, I'm excited to show off the Superman books and I'm gonna try to do this in. We also picked up a Jim Lee book. I guess we could show the Jim Lee book off toward the end. Let's see here. These are all the big books there. So let's put that one. Let's put the Jim Lee book kind of to start off the big books. Then that's what we'll do. All right. So yeah, a lot of Superman goodness here. I'm gonna try to put it in like new to older books a little bit. I think we have it there. Again, a lot of Nick Cardy goodness. If you like Nick Cardy, or if you just like Ross Andru and this age of artists, you'll like the haul. Okay, we're gonna start here with a Ross Andru cover. Nothing really special. Just if you love Superman, you love stuff like this. There is a little bit of a moisture damage on this, so it does need a press. It is Action Comics. What number is this? 489. We've got another Krypton Dies Again. So, but today, many years later, the blast catches up with Superman as Krypton dies again. It looks like the radiation and the blast from the planet exploding took its time, and it eventually reached Earth or some kind. But interesting concept here. Action Comics for 489. Picked up that for a quarter. These are all quarter. We picked up this incredible Kurt Schaffenberger cover here of Action Comics 474. Bunch of Superman on the cover there. Yeah, nice 35-cent cover there. Decent mid-grade copy. It looks like you got a little corner fold there. I'm gonna have to get that unfolded. So yeah, maybe like solid mid-grade to low-grade copy there. Just love the just love the Schaffenberger artwork on this cover. All right, here's some Nick Cardy goodness here. We've got let's see, let's try to get an order here. We got Superman 274. This one has a split cover. It's in really, really ratty shape, but it's just Bronze Age goodness there. Superman kind of stretched out like Mr. Fantastic a little bit. Nice 20-cent book for a quarter. This is a really nice. I've always, this was on my wish list. It's probably my again, I just love covers like this where we get Batgirl or Supergirl, but it's like Superman and Batgirl teaming up again, and here's Batgirl falling. Beautiful Nick Cardy cover. This one also is just kind of beat up, a lot of corner creases, spines intact, but a lot of wear there, but it still presents really nice. You can see how nicely it presents. Boom. That is Superman 279, folks. And then we got Superman 282. This is also really dingy. Definitely can use a clean. The corner is really beat up, but again, for a quarter, you're not going to leave that there. You're going to pick all this stuff up for a quarter. I'm sorry. Unless it's like the corner, unless it's like seriously the cover's torn off and all this. If it's presents like it's still a comic book, yes, we're going to pick it up for a quarter. So more Nick Cardy goodness right there. And more goodness for Fanboy here. I'm sure he'll approve of these pickups. Again, these are all a quarter. We picked up, so these are actually cheaper than the cover price, which is insane when you think about it. This one's actually decent condition, man. I don't know why Jeff had this at the quarter bin, to be honest. It's like a VF, or it's like a Fine Plus copy, unless there's something on the back or on the interior. The cover just, it looks fantastic. It's DC Comics presents number 11, Superman and Hawkman. There you go. I think I just fell down the well of DC Comics presents with these quarter books, so we may pick up more. This is a classic one. It's Superman Sergeant Rock. DC Comics presents 10. Yeah, I know, for a quarter. Okay, and they're decent grade books. These are like solid mid to high grade. Well, not high grade. They're BF minus, maybe Fine Plus copies of Copper Age. Well, late bronze, early copper goodness. These are Copper Age books. No, these are late bronze age books. Man, but we got Ross Andru freaking goodness there, man. Oh, dude, quarter bin books on that. Just insane. I know, man. I know. Oh gosh. All right, so this is a Jim Lee. Jim Lee did a series of Green Lantern covers um, in the early 2000s before he really established himself at DC. And we had a bunch of them. This is a newsstand copy of Green Lantern 152. It's essentially, like the Golden Age versus, I think this is the not Kyle Rayner uh, age of the Green Lantern, but it's a Jim Lee cover there of the battle. So one had been missing from my collection, so this is a new. I think we're at Jim Lee books 396. I want to say of Jim Lee books. So um, counting down to 400. We'll get to 400 before it's all said and done. But yeah, this is my only Jim Lee book of the haul. But for a quarter, man, it's essentially high grade. This one is a high grade copy. So for a quarter there, man, can't beat that. Going back to Action Comics, this is just if you love Kurt Schaffenberger, you're gonna love this. It's Vartox with Soups and Lois. Of course, you need. This is sort of the more modern, I guess, 70s version of Lois. But Schaffenberger just giving you just goodness here with his, signature Superman style there, especially the modern Lois look. Um, yeah, again, it's got a big subscription crease down the middle. But other than that, a couple creases, a lot of creases. This would definitely benefit from a press. There's just a lot of you can see it right there. Just a lot of kind of light creasing going on the book. So yeah, but for 25 cents, man, uh, just doesn't get any better than that. All right. Okay, these are some of the more high valued quarter bin books. So for me, all of this stuff is, well, I don't want to say high value. These are just some of the books that I think have a little bit more. Well, let's not state that yet because I've got it double bagged and boarded. So I'm going to continue to show off some additional books and then get to that sort of the higher valued stuff. This one is it's a classic story, I think, retold. So I've got to kind of do more research on this book. But as you know, in Superboy, the origin of Lex and Clark, they were good friends, and they were competing because like Lex was really super smart, but he didn't know about that Clark was Superboy, but Clark was also kind of doing well in school, and so they were friends. Lex was the rich kid, in town and all that. But then Lex is doing an experiment at home, and his place catches fire. It's like a chemistry experiment, and his place catches fire, and Superboy comes and blows out the fire to save him. But the chemicals end up getting into his hair, and the chemicals make his hair fall out, and it's permanent. So he becomes permanently bald, and he never forgives. That's what turns him to the dark side, right? He basically has this vendetta out for Superboy, and it grows into adulthood, and that's what's featured on this cover here. It's Superman 292. Again, kind of harkening back to their younger days and into the modern rivalry there. But again, absolutely incredible. I think this is. I want to say this is Ross Andrew. Yeah, I think it's Ross Andrew. No, not sure who the artist is. Gonna have to look that up. But nonetheless, love this design of the cover. Again, focusing on the history of the rivalry between these two, how it started. So love to pick that up. Another sort of book that I've always kind of like wanted to pick up. Um, Never really had an opportunity until today to pick it up. Again, this was a quarter. A really nice copy, actually. I would say it's a high grade. We got Phantom Zone #1, the miniseries. It's a 4-issue series. Just picked up #1 here. Uh, can't tell you the artist on this one is, but just again a miniseries on the Phantom Zone. And this is the period where like the Phantom Zone was in the movies, and it's always been kind of like they're in the background throughout the Silver Age. So getting more context on how this prison system works. So pretty cool. Phantom Zone. All right. Yes. Now are we? No, we got one more book, and then we'll get to some of the big ones. All right. Well, we've got Action Comics, and this is actually a decent grade. I'd put it a solid mid grade. Fine plus copy. We got Action Comics 488, also Jose Luis Garcia Lopez goodness right there. This is Microwave Man. I don't know if it's his first appearance. If it is, it should be a key book. All right, now we're going to get to some of the highlights from the quarter bin pickups. Which one to start with here? I guess we'll go. Yeah, I think this is a big book. I just want to, as we're going, I want to look it up. We'll look. Yeah, let's look it up because I just want to be sure that it's a big book before I show it off. I'm pretty sure it is. I didn't really look up the price on some of these books. This is one in particular is the one I'm looking up right now. I believe this is a big book. Let's see here. And I'm going to say it's good 4.0 copy with the press of 4.0. Oh, it's on my wish list. All right, hang on. Searching through my wish list. All right, so what? I guess it's not a key book. Oh well. I thought it was a key book. All right, nothing key about this book. It's just a nice Ross Andrew cover. So we'll show this one off. We picked up Captain Carrot and his amazing zoo crew. Issue #1. We got Superman in chains again. It's a Scott Shaw and Bob Smith with Ross Andrew, I think, doing Superman here in the corner. Everything else is, I think, the other two artists. But the Zoo Crew, I would imagine it's the first appearance of the Zoo Crew. I don't know too much about Captain Carrot. I was under the impression this was a key book, but maybe it's fallen out of favor or whatnot. But maybe I'm thinking of another book for Captain Carrot's first appearance. But Funtabulous first issue, Captain Carrot and his amazing Zoo Crew. For those of you who like this kind of stuff. All right, that was a quarter. We got this book. I used to own this book. I ended up like trading or selling it away at some point, but I had to get this book again. I think this is a key book, but it's also just one of the most like riveting covers here. We've got New Teen Titans number 35 for a quarter. Again, solid mid-grade copy here. Nothing terribly ugly about the book. It's probably could use benefit from a press, but looking real good right there. So boom, New Teen Titans at 35. I just love this era of that run. All right, so the last two books I want to show off. This is a special one because it's one of my. I love the two. There's two covers where it features the Supermobile. This is the second appearance of the Supermobile, but it's again a Whitman variant of the cover. So really happy to pick this up for a quarter. You know, I already have a copy of this, but just having the Whitman variant for a quarter feels pretty neat. And then yeah, we got some Neil Adams in this cover for like Neil Adams in a quarter bin. Yes, dreams do come true. It's the world's most popular superhero, Superman, number 308. Again, Neil Adams goodness here. I believe Nick Cardy's on the interiors on this particular book, or maybe Kurt Swan. But yeah, just absolute treasure for 25 cents, man. Absolute treasure. You have this book? You got the Neil Adams signature right there as well. Look at that. Superman pressed up against a glass sphere prison. And it's so what was this guy? I don't know who this guy is. Maybe Solar Man. All right, we're gonna have to look that up. But yeah, there you go. Woo! All right, so now we're to our book of the haul, okay? And this is the book that, again, I stashed away yesterday. I found it in the the quarter bins. I was like, all right, we're coming back for this. I will basically drive back to pick this book up. I will say it is a low-grade copy. It's got a couple of what's the word I'm looking for? It's got chunks missing from the cover. Okay, it's got like a corner piece that's missing. It's got a little bit of on the top part of the cover that's missing, but it looks absolutely freaking amazing. And this is a book I'm going to send to Roger. Roger, if you're watching, a lot of these books have your name on it, hopefully, but this one in particular is going to be in your care soon. We picked up Wonder Woman 205 for 25 cents. And yes, Jeff, he didn't like look through what I was picking up from the quarter bin, so it was kind of stashed away in there. I don't know if he would have repriced it had he found it anyway. But given the grade of this book, this is definitely not a quarter bin book. But like I said, there's I don't know if you can see that right there at the top. There's a little chunk missing out of the 20 cent. There's a little corner, where is it? Little corner piece right here missing as well. You see that right there? And there's, the edges are, kind of have a little bit of damage there. But yeah, no major creasing. It presents really, really beautifully in terms of the picture, right? There's again no creasing um, in the center of the book or on the corners. It's just those little chunks that are missing. Corners are actually pretty decent. Um, well, no, a little rounded, or sorry, little minute creases. The spine is, it's just worn there, but it doesn't look that ugly. It's not breaking of color all that much. This is Wonder Woman 205. Yeah, the pages on this are pretty yellow. I'm not gonna, you know, I would say it's gonna be tan. They're not white pages for sure. Who knows? Maybe it does look like that page right there would qualify as white, but I wouldn't imagine, given that it's a Bronze Age book and it's just been sitting out raw, that it would be all that clean. But again, when Roger gets through with this book, we'll see what his thoughts on it are. I am going to spend a little time on this book tonight to just clean it up, kind of get the whatever needs to be unfurled, and kind of held in place until um, further notice. But man, I didn't. This was on my wish list, and I just thought, I never run into the book. First off, it's just a hard book to run into for whatever reasons. But to get it for a quarter, I mean, I'm just gonna focus on the two big books that where we were just like really, 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 I think, fortunate to pick up at the price we did, given their value, right? Uh, and again, if you watch this video from start to finish, 18 bucks, 1870 is what we spent. 1870 for like 31 books or whatever. I have to count them, but it's I think 31 books. And we picked up stuff like this. This is high grade. Okay, so this alone pays for the haul like 3 times over, probably. And then this book alone would pay for the haul. Low grade of this book is like in the $18-20 range. But I mean, oh my God, this is just such a beautiful book. Um, this is, yeah, this is Nick Cardy, goodness right here. Um, and I just can't believe I picked up uh, this Bronze Age Wonder Woman key. Um, I think it's the second appearance of Nubia, or the third appearance of Nubia. I don't know, but it's a key for that reason. But again, it's the cover art here that is what makes it incredible. So, hey, what's up, Rad Art and Comics? Glad you stopped by. Yeah, the crypto is going for a lot of money. So again, picking this one up for $1.50 is just insane. This one is available for sale or trade. I'll give you a great deal on it, but I've got 2 copies of this now, and I picked them up for insanely cheap prices. It is a nice book, though, especially when it's high grade like this. It's just beautiful to look at. I got the hamburger cover. I said I was going to get this. I got it. It's high grade. Now I can just like rest easy. I absolutely love the hamburger cover. There's just so much goodness in this. But again, the books of the hall that I want to show off, $1.50, 25 cents. Literally, I paid $1.75 for these 2 books, along with the rest of the stuff I picked up. most of it for a quarter, some of it for $1. You know, books like this, Alex Ross Superman. I mean, it's just I'm on that high again. The adrenaline from a haul like this is why you do it. You pick all this freaking goodness. Again, 25-cent bins. It's in this day and age for Jeff to be selling his wares for 25 cents and to pick, to literally pick out stuff from like this. This was a dollar. Silver Age, Action Comics for $1. This was $1. It's like and the quarter bin books, just to pick out this kind of stuff for a quarter is in this day and age seems like a bargain. So yeah, we're gonna do more again when Jeff gets stuff stocked in the quarter bins. He only had 4 boxes out. I dug through it. There's nothing there until he puts out more. And he's got a lot of quarter bin stuff he's gonna put out, but he's just got to get through pricing everything first, and then eventually putting up wall books, and then laying out the quarter bin books. I'm just gonna wait maybe a month. Hopefully, I have about $20 to go back there at the end of the summer and just spend as much of it on quarter bin books as we can. So it's gonna be a voluminous summer. I know I was trying to say I wanted to pick up more quality over quantity, but when you're picking up quality and quantity, I think I think you've got to reevaluate the strategy, and so I'm kind of worried. I may just have to create space for whatever more Superman stuff we can pick up. My LCS is doing 2 back issues and get 1 free for the 4th. Oh, for the 4th of July. Okay. That's good. Yeah. If the LCS is giving you a good prices, I guess that's pretty good, but it's not, it's not quarter bin books, obviously. But you're picking up high grade stuff, I'm sure, right? For me, all the stuff I picked up, I was very selective even in the quarter bins, even though there was a lot of stuff of value, but I just don't collect. There's a lot of Bronze Age in there, and I just thought, man, if somebody came in and you're Daman Young would have had a blast. He would have just picked up probably half a box of Bronze Age stuff because they just had a lot of Bronze Age goodness there. And again, I just threw stuff in. I didn't know. I thought this might have been a big book. Looks like it's not, but I don't care. It's got Captain Carrot and Superman, I guess, on there. Just a bunch of stuff, We picked up a lot of just a lot of stuff I like. So I'm gonna have to just kind of sift through. I'm gonna do some cleaning now, make sure some of these books are in better bags and boards and whatnot. And we got a lot of stuff to do before I go to bed. So I haven't even eaten dinner. I pretty much got back from the LCS. Again, this book is, oh my God, I'm going to just start working on this book right now, kind of cleaning it up, kind of looking in the interior, seeing what we got, and then putting this baby in Mylar and in my hard, what do you call it? In my top loader. So, woof, absolute freaking goodness right there. All right, guys. Well, that's the haul. This is sort of the preview of stuff to come. Again, I spent this is just $18 of the $200 budget. I've got $110 left. I've spent more than almost half of it already on books. I've got stuff I got off of eBay and Mercari coming tomorrow and I think Thursday. So if I can I've got stuff to work on. So maybe I'll just wait till Thursday until we have those books and show them off in an unboxing on Thursday or Friday, July 4th. edition. Maybe we'll do that. But I do have more books to show off, and they're again kind of more like it's not quarter bin books, but it is a lot of good value for what they are. And again, I think you're gonna like what I picked up. But yeah, a lot of good stuff we picked up for the otaku. A lot of this is going right into the otaku collection. We're gonna kind of look up stuff, kind of grade stuff, and gonna have a busy night ahead of us. So I'm gonna hop off, and you guys stay stellar. Uh, and I'm wishing you guys a good haul season for summer. I know you know this is the time when like movies come out. You kind of get into the flow of like comic book sales and whatnot, the comic cons and all that goodness. So kind of like this haul I did at Jeff's. I'm wishing you positivity and luck in your digs, and you know anxious to see what you guys pick up. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.